global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. All eyes are truly on Rivers State, and it looks as if the top players in this matter have now been targeted. Right now as we speak, pressure is on Ibas, the sole administrator in Rivers State, because of so many issues that are popping up constantly. Let's quickly dive into the news. Of course, you also get to hear what the IYC, the president of Ijo, that's President Okoba, said concerning the person of Fubara, literally saying, even if it means washing the plate of Yeson Wike, what does it mean? Does it take anything to wash even the plate of Wike for peace to reign? Should go ahead. Quite demeaning if you ask me. But let's dive into the newspaper first before we get to see that short clip of that statement. But let's find out. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, for the first time in over a year, the Rivers State government, currently under the control of sole administrator Vice Admiral Ibas, which is retired, has failed to release its quarterly budget performance report. Now, this report, which details how government funds are spent, are usually made public within 30 days after each quarter ends. Rivers State had consistently published this document from the end of 2023 through all of 2024. However, the report for January to March 2025 has not been released. The development comes after President Bola Tinubu suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara, declared a state of emergency in Rivers State, and appointed Ibas as sole administrator in March 2025. Now, according to the 2025 budget estimate, Rivers is expected to receive 279.5 billion naira. I take that again, 279.5 billion naira from the federal government within the first 6 months of Ibas administration, alongside a target of 132 billion naira in internally generated revenue. Now, this gives the administrator control over 400 billion naira in 6 months. Previously, the state generated 164 billion naira in revenue from January to June 2024 and received 209 billion naira from federal allocations during the same period. The higher 2025 figures are linked to anticipated national revenue increases. Concerns have been raised about how the sole administrator is managing this significant amount of money. Now, former Governor Rotimi Amechi criticized the federal government's action, claiming that the ongoing conflict between Fubara and Minister Yeson Wike revolves around who controls the state funds. He also condemned the emergency declaration as unconstitutional and questioned why the public hasn't demanded more transparency from parties involved. Let me let you watch that short clip where they're literally demanding that Fubara, if he needs to wash the plates of Wike for peace to reign, he should go ahead and wash it. There's nothing wrong with it. Wow, how has the mindset fallen?
But if we are dealing with the normal issues, why not? They said Fubara went to beg him. And I said, what is bad in begging him somebody? If he decides to even wash plate for him, or do whatever, and that is what is going to bring peace, so be it. So be it. Sometimes you still to conquer. So I don't have business with all. Let there be peace. Let them come together. And I can assure you, from what I've seen, that they will be the best of them.
Welcome back. You've seen it all. And now, some few days back was a case of Ibas pleading for mercy when the ad hoc House of Rep member national had demanded an audience with him on how far he has been running Rivers State. He said that that the state is quite very fragile, and he has been so busy. They've called him up, but within that 11 days there were holidays involved. A lot of things were going. He was trying to make peace, trying to bring peace, the security situation that which the government already knows, and that they should just give him some little more time to compile all the reports and all. And up till today, they wanted to close down meeting, and up till today, Nigerians did not hear far, we did not hear firm. and Riverians just assume that all is well, and whether he made the report private for them to see or it has never been made at all, that was the last we got to know. And now the Riverians are used to getting quarterly report on how their revenues, their funds are being expended. But right now, as we speak, they don't know anything. And Ibas Ette is actually acting as if he's trying to understand how the system is being run. But yet he's running the system. And yet, if you ask him for information, he tells you how a lot of things, information are coming to his table, he's trying to compile them all. He's doing everything, and yet no one is seeing everything, nothing he's really doing. And he keeps saying the state is very fragile, a lot of things are going on, but yet projects that have been commissioned by Fubara, still what the people are still enjoying. No new project per se. What's your take on this latest development where the Riverians are demanding? How far have you expended our monies?
Well, don't forget, let's start from the beginning. Ibas was brought in not by the people of River State, but he was brought in by Bola Tinubu. And Bola Tinubu told him one thing: report to me. He's reporting to him. He was supposed to be reporting to the legislative houses. Now, if you watch the whole thing, even the meeting they're supposed to have, no one is talking about it. Everybody seems to be, staying away from it. The people of River State here are making demands. First question: did you put him there? Of course, you did not. So this expenditure of the state, how the allocation of the state is expended, is strictly between him and the president. The president will tell him what to do per time. I think the only thing that we can point at that he spends the money on is only salaries. That's the only thing he will expend the money on. But the other details, I'm not meant to let anybody knows how I'm spending it. It is now a national state. It doesn't belong to the people of River State. It belongs to the federal government. So whether you like it or not, that is how it will be. So the earlier the people of River State recover back their state and put it at the state of normalcy, the better for them. Because as long as Fubara is still out there being suspended, they wouldn't know how their monies have been expended. And interestingly, those who have possibly been appointed by him also will not be accountable. What they know is they'll give you some pennies to manage whatever you have to manage, and at the end of the day, nobody will call them to expend because, well, we are doing all of this under Ibas, who was only reporting to the president. So if you need expenditure, don't ask Ibas, go to where? To Mr. President. Mr. President will give you full details. Because as right now as we are talking, that name, so administrator, is not in the Constitution. So if it's not in the Constitution, it's a creation of President's mind. It's his brainchild. So the man is only meant to account on how he expend the allocation of the national state only to Mr. President. Even the legislatures now, they have drawn away. Right now, even the Supreme Court, we are still waiting for them to put up the 7-man committee who will look into what will happen as it has to do with the suspension of Fubara and all of that. Till today, we've not heard anything. So the thing will be pending. Like before we know, we'll get to the 6 months, and then the president will now decide. Though right now, one of the things that supporters of Fubara are doing, they are bringing up, the issue of celebration of Democracy Day, which is on June 12th. That is River State going to be left out of it? Because right now, from all indication, River State is completely expelled from anything democratic. Completely expelled, because as we are talking right now, the guy who is there, they don't know him. He was fixed in by Mr. President. Their own elected representative is no way to be found, not just at the level of the governor, but at the House of Assembly level and everything. Everybody just keeping quiet and watching it. So I don't know what is happening, but however, that's the situation. Putting pressure on Ibas to give you details of how he spent your location, for me, it's outrightly wrong, because unfortunately, you didn't elect him. He was appointed by Mr. President. He's only accountable to Mr. President. It's like you asking Wike to account how he uses the fund. He was appointed by the president, or asking any of the ministers that they should explain how they were appointed by Mr. President. It's only the president that will call them to book. We've seen some persons that Mr. President.
Employ the president.
The president can now analyze in a very, bulky way how that had happened. So that is where we are right now. Until we wake up and refuse this kind of act, it's going to get worse. Now, every other state have an idea of how this current administration will run their show in event of calling for state of emergency.
All right. I guess that's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take? Have a nice day.